also might want to do a raise, or not raise, regen. 2. Okay. Let's see how this works.
Really? You will?
Bodyguard, huh? You know I'm burst too, right?
Since when? This is the first I've heard of it.
Because it was a classified op.
Dead. Instantly dead.
Bring it.
Oh, it's too far away. Okay. Well, I can. Let's do regen and
What's his face?
start off a mana wall.
I'm damn good at it.
I think the mana wall got eaten by the cutscene. Yeah, it did.
Be careful!
What you waiting for, bodyguard? I'm right here.
Damn, I timed that wrong.
Come here, soldier boy. I'm waiting. Whatever. I'm waiting.
Come on. Shit. Timed it wrong. Timed it wrong again. Oh wow. That should have hit me. That should have hit me.
All good. Bring it.
Okay, I'm starting to learn that one.
I'm coming for ya. Bring it. Let's get this over with.
Hey, don't step on the flowers!
Let's go. Really?
Hello? Watch your step!
Oh hell, here comes the next phase. Gotta remember, triple slash. Kill these things at once. Oh hell, he gets way more.
Use a spark.
Okay,
I'm waiting. Well.
Oh shit.
Feeling all right there, Mr. Bodyguard?
Does he have another phase? Or should I do this to him now? I'm gonna do this to him now.
Let's dance, asshole.
Hell, he was damaging me inside of that. While I was slashing the hell out of him, he was actually kicking my ass. Alright, that was a good choice.
Got it all wrong.
I probably would have lost if I didn't ascend him.
Just wanted to...
Hmm. Forgotten that little detail.
Are you hurt?
I was about to kill Reno, and Reno was about to capture Aerith.
Go get the girl.
So the Whispers kept Cloud from doing it, and then also threw him back here to prevent them from getting captured. Now, these things are definitely part of the planet.
The hell?
Weird. They're not attacking.
So my theory about these guys is that they didn't exist before
Over here!
before Sephiroth appears to Cloud the first time.
Nowhere to go but up.
And the reason for that is because Sephiroth... what I think is this Sephiroth is Advent Children Sephiroth. After Cloud beats him, he says that I will never be a memory or something to that effect, and kind of just evaporates into particles, Genova particles or whatever he is, and re-enters the life stream. And I think at this point, he's gained enough power that he's able to transmit his consciousness, or his consciousness basically Steins Gates itself, and all of him throughout every timeline that exists, or throughout time and space that exists, gains the knowledge that he has at that moment. And Sephiroth tries to then keep Cloud from meeting Aerith, as like the first stage of trying to keep Cloud from progressing on the path that leads up to Sephiroth being defeated. And the planet freaks out because it senses this is going on, and creates these things that basically are crazy super aggressive at trying to keep things the way they're supposed to go so the planet can survive. The livestream can survive untainted. Or, I guess it wouldn't be untainted because it's already tainted and it's still tainted after the events of OG7. So more just so the planet can keep itself from being harmed by Meteor. So it creates these things, these bastards, that keep people from trying to mess around with the timeline. As a result of Sephiroth just kind of popping in and trying to change things. It's like an extreme immune response. And in a way, you know what? I think these are probably... This is like a last-ditch thing. I think that the weapons the planet has, those are something that it would use... I think these are on par with weapons, let's put it that way. I don't think they're worse than weapons. But I think these are like the weapon equivalent of what's happening in this game. And that's how these things come into being. You can also say that they represent the purists that don't want the story to change. I mean, there's like, this game has so many levels to it. Everything has double, triple meanings.
Through the attic. Maybe we can get out that way.
Right. Through that hole.
What the hell's going on? This part's always weird. It always takes a long time. There we go. Long time to trigger. I think the trigger box for it is really small.
Come on.
Yeah, Cedric should have fallen down and probably got seriously injured if not died from that. Later on, it'll keep the Shinra soldiers from actually rescuing her, or capturing her again. What was this? Talisman. Alright, Aerith's in the party now. How much AP or SP do you have across all your weapons? None. Good. I made sure to do all that. So all I need to do is do her materia. Still need ATB ward. The proficiency bonus is just to use it. I love that. So her best weapon is Mithril Rod at the moment. This is a close second, though. Okay, materia. What should we do with your materia? Definitely think we should go to here first. Tifa, we're gonna take your Magnify, put it onto Aerith. Don't think we need, well, ATB boost on Aerith. Would that be reasonable? What is this? Assess. Oh, sure, she has the maxed assess. Parry, keep that. MP up, Skillmaster, dodge, Lily dodge, fire. Let's put a ice on here and a. Let's put time. Or maybe subversion. Well, Cloud has time on. I haven't used it though. So subversion would be good, I guess. Yeah. All right. Now, what do I think this Sephiroth is? Advent Children Sephiroth, the Black Wing. At no other point in the game, the original game, does Sephiroth ever attain a Black Wing. And no other media that's related in canon to 7 does he get a Black Wing. The only place he shows up with a Black Wing at is in Kingdom Hearts, which doesn't matter for this, for the purposes of this. Now, could it be a redesign? Sure, could be a redesign. I think it's more of a... There are things in this game that, if you take them at face value, they may look or sound weird or bad. Like, there's some voice acting in this where people are saying that, you know, they kind of jacked up the translation, but what if, instead of that, it's intentional? What if it's, you know, directly, like, for example, Aerith knowing characters before she actually meets them, or knowing things that she shouldn't know. There's one scene in particular that I didn't get last time, but it's a Chapter 14 scene where if you get Aerith, she says something to the fact that you can't fall in love with me, to Cloud at that scene, and that's because she knows what's going to happen to her. And doesn't want Cloud to potentially end up the same way Zack did in terms of that. Not in a worse state. So what I think it is that Sephiroth is Advent Children Sephiroth. They give him the Black Wing and presented it in such a way that was obvious that there was this, you know, change to his design. Even like way back in, there was a tweet that Katase made, or like a statement he made in an interview where he had like the original key art for not the key art, but the original kind of image they released showing Midgar, where it had like Cloud and then Midgar and then Sephiroth over top of it. He had the Black Wing there in that one. He said that that there was something that... What was the phrasing? Something like visually important, and he was interested to see if people would interpret it correctly. So I think that they gave him that Black Wing for a friggin' reason, and given how strong he is at the end of the game, Sephiroth is never that strong. Even at the end of OG 7, he's not as strong as he is in this game, at the end of this game. Bizarro Sephiroth and Safer Sephiroth are both... to be honest, those probably aren't even Sephiroth. They're probably still Genova pretending to be Sephiroth, in my opinion. Or some kind of weird... like Sephiroth absorbing the life stream almost, or something. The real Sephiroth, though, I think is the one we find at the very end. Or maybe not, I don't know. Either way. After Advent Children, he gets a lot more powerful. And that kind of lines up with the Sephiroth in this game. They also make it a point in a lot of the cutscenes towards the end to make it seem like they're referencing Advent Children too, just in what's going on.
Run.
It's my crackpot theory. It's my Pepe Sylvia lives crackpot theory. Do I have to go over there or over this way?
Over there.
Shit. Yeah, no, I have to go this way.
Over here. Thank you.
Let's move.
Cloud, give me a hand.
I also think that Aerith is, she becomes more and more aware throughout the game, and I think it's both because she's getting information from the live stream. It's like feeding her knowledge until you get to the end of the game where she's literally like, she literally has like probably all or most of the knowledge of what happens to her in the original. She might even have that. I think she has it by chapter 14, to be honest,
It's like they're
given that
guiding
scene.
us.
Stay close.
So cool. There.
Need to stay ahead of them.
Still not absolutely sure what Zack signifies. I do think it's another timeline. Well, not another timeline, but an event that causes the timeline to split in half, like in to get ripped apart and split in half, like in
They gone?
Yeah, I think so.
What are they?
Back to the Future.
I think, actually, I don't know. Let's just go.
Yeah, see, she actually knows. She has a suspicion of what they are, but she doesn't want to say what they are.
Okay. Up for crossing the rooftops?
It's probably
See that tower
because
over there? There's a station right by it. Shall we mosey on over?
Let's.
it could be a couple reasons. Probably because she just met Cloud and doesn't think he'll believe her and continue
So, what's next for you?
A little bit of bodyguard work.
bodyguarding her.
Right.
After that, it's back to the Sector 7 slums.
You know how to get there?
Yep.
Of course you do.
That suit from earlier. He was one of Shinra's Turks. What's a Turk want with you?
Dunno. Hey, don't Turks keep an eye out for potential soldiers and stuff?
They do more than just scout for candidates. Turks get called in to handle all kinds of situations, with extreme prejudice.
Professional bad guys. Gotta love them.
Back to my question. So what's he to you? Looked like you knew each other.
Maybe he thought I could be the greatest soldier yet.
Forget it.
You mad?
I love that. I love that. You mad, bro? Moment that Aerith has right there. The characters are so much better than the original game. In this game, so much better. Wait, is there something back here? Oh, I think I had that same question before. There isn't.
I actually haven't traveled by rooftop before.
Be surprised if you had.
It's honestly kind of exciting.
Well, first time and all.
moment. Don't just run off on your own.
Those the words of a soldier candidate?
So petty.
I think this was just a regular item. I think it was like a accessory. We'll find out then. Yeah, just ether.
So, does no one live in these buildings?
Nope. No one to get mad if we make noise. Looks kinda rusty.
I'll go first. It's pretty old. Be careful.
Okay.
Easy now.
You worry too much. I'm not some princess who needs to be coddled. Shit.
What? I'll try to just let Cloud stay there. See if she has any dialogue. Damn it.
Whew.
Did it on my next
That
run.
was unexpected. Thank you, Cloud. Ah, there it is. The wall. You know, I thought about leaving once, but in the end, I couldn't.
Too dangerous?
Too much. A whole world bursting with life. Maybe more than I can handle, I think sometimes. Even now. People hate the steel sky, the slums, but I don't. How could I? All that passion, all those dreams, flowing and blending together into something greater.
I see, right here, these textures are not that bad. These ones are. These ones are supposed to be a closer texture than what those are. And it might be because they're all part of the same model, potentially. So the lot applies to them the same way. They'll eventually fix it.
This time I'll go first.
Unless they had to do that because it was a
Sure
some sort of
about this?
limitation with the
See for
PS4.
yourself.
Which, I mean, it could be. This might be intentional because the PS4 can't handle loading in all these textures like loading and unloading them like all the
Shouldn't
time.
Talk.
Then you talk. Tell me a story.
Not for free.
Cheapskate. You're. Gotcha.
You're killing me here.
Here goes nothing. Woo!
Seems like a good way to get tetanus.
You good?
Of course. My hero.
Never a dull moment with you.
That a compliment?
Not really.
Thanks anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna send her as the battle leader.
We're getting closer to the station. Even so, we'll probably run into a few monsters on the way. Huh. There's a face that screams, so what?
I fought scarier things in my sleep.
Look out, Cloud! Hut! Hut! Come on! Okay then.
You guys sure you want to do this? 'Cause you probably don't.
I'd keep my distance if I were you.
Exactly. Just omega frack them
Wow,
so hard.
you don't know the slums that well, do you?
Compared to you? No. Training grounds, barracks, battlefields. That's the world I know.
You sound proud of that.
I bet you anything that Cornea's stuff has already been unlocked and opened, too. Or at the very least, you're not going to get another pedometer. You're not going to give you another AP up material.
Stations there.
I can see that.
Oh? Thought the world you knew didn't include stations.
Ha ha.
I can't believe this is happening.
If you would all just please calm down.
Hey, what the hell's going on?
Come on. There's no need to shout.
Need to find Chadley.
Yeah. Well, it's got a good view of the reactor.
It's on fire!
Ain't a show.
They know that. Don't worry.
This version of riding pizza is amazing.
To see you here. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, on your way home from the church?
That's right.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Did any debris hit the church?
Not debris. No.
That's something at least, but you may not be so lucky next time.
How's that helicopter doing up there?
Sorry. Can't say I do.
Figured as much. Goddamn.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're looking for Avalanche.
Wait.
Deck is all clear! Rope's good! Go! Pull him up!
Oh, that's right, it had a root in it. It's like, screw ropes. Just gonna jump down.
Let's go!
Oh, that fight's gonna be crazy. It's crazy normal.
Another Turk.
A real man on a mission.
On the hunt, more like.
For me? Or you?
Don't know. Don't care.
Then, let's stick to the back streets? Ah. There will be monsters.
Better than Shinra.
There will be monsters. Reference to how sailors used to explain unexplored territory on a map.
Anyone would ever choose to hang around in.
Here there be monsters.
Great place to lay low. We've got the run of it.
Backing off a bit. No telling where they'll come from.
Monsters instinctively target weaker prey.